So in our last episode, we said goodbye to the thermal rail belt trail, and that's where we're actually starting this video at right now, because what we are getting ready for is that secret ride that we've promised you all. This is the episode, guys, so yeah, make sure you stick around. Well, guys, like always, you know, at some point we're going to stay somewhere kind of rural.
We got a mountain in our backyard.
And this is where we're staying today, or tonight. So let's step on in, take a little look. Well, now, this is certainly going to be nice enough. Nice, beautiful living room. Nice kitchen. Beautiful hardwood floors. Let's see what we got here. Bedroom, and I assume a bathroom attached. Hey, I even found the lights easily. That looks like a bathroom. Yep. I love the doors in this place. Barn doors. Oh, and a jacuzzi. Well, there you go. So, Miss Southern E-Biking, what you thinking?
I'm thinking we need to get the car unloaded so we can get some food.
Okay, yeah, and we're not going out to eat tonight because there's not many places around here to go and eat. Excuse my finger that got in there a little bit, maybe. You know, we're not going to e-bike to a restaurant tonight. We're eating in. All right, guys, we are leaving this beautiful cabin right here. But, you know, right now, it is the golden hour. So we've got to get rolling. All right, we're here. This is a ride I'm taking on my own. Michelle is going to be following in the car because where we are at, well, you probably already know from the thumbnail, but we're shooting out on the Blueridge Parkway right here in North Carolina. So yeah, we're on our way. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump in right here and I'm going to talk a little bit about what we did on this ride and a little bit about it. The amount of wind up here at this height was just incredible. I had to pedal downhill to get to about 30 miles an hour with as much assist from the motor as I could get. And that's something I can typically do on the flat ground without this wind, but it was blowing me backwards on steep downhills. But anyway, we jumped on here at the Grandfather Mountain Overlook and went up to the Cove viaduct, where we're going to go ahead and pick things up here. But check that out, guys. This is kind of the iconic spot of the Blueridge Parkway. I know the wind is going to mess things up a little bit. And I'm going to actually ride this both directions. I believe there's a turnaround down at the bottom, and I'm going to ride it going the other direction as well, going up the hill, so that we're going to be over on that side over there. All right, guys, we are now taking the viaduct from the south to the north. pedestrians prohibited, but bicycles are not. But you're not allowed to stop here. But I want you to just look at where we are riding. I mean, this is just incredible to be riding this. So from this point, we needed to go ahead and start heading south, because let's face it, what good is the golden hour without the gold? So we're just going to jump right on down there. Look at these leaves. Okay guys, what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about this Blueridge Parkway. You know, we've been doing road trips here lately, and this is arguably one of the world's greatest road trips. It is 469 miles long. It connects the Great Smoky Mountains National Park with Shenandoah National Park. It was started construction in 1935, and the whole reason for this is because President Franklin Roosevelt wanted to get things going after the Great Depression. You know, you got the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they were used to do a lot of the labor on this. There were an awful lot of engineers and architects and construction people that were out of work after the Great Depression. This was something to put them to work. Now, 469 miles long, it is the longest linear park in the United States. It goes through 4 national forests at Jefferson, George Washington, Nantahala, and Pisgah National Forest. Like I said, construction started in 1935. Most of it was done by 1966. But the section where we rode first, from Grandfather Mountain to Lynn Cove Viaduct, was not completed until 1987. So, you know, Michelle and I rode the Thermal Belt Rail Trail yesterday, and we had mentioned about all the stopping that had to be done there. And I think it was like 41 stops in 13 to 17 miles. I forget what it was right at this moment. But you know, here you have got 469 miles, and there is not a single stop sign, no stoplights anywhere along this route. You're also not going to see any billboards. There's no neon signs. There's no restaurants, no shopping centers. There is one hotel on that 469 mile trip, but aside from stuff associated with the highway, all you're going to see is nature. And there are over 200 pull-off overlooks, of which you can go ahead and take a look at it. A lot of them have hiking trails to really beautiful scenic places. Michelle took a hike on one of those on this trip right here. You know, I was just talking about the Thermal Belt Rail Trail. As we were riding that and we had all those stops, I was kind of thinking, you know, a hub drive might be the thing to use here. Well, let me tell you, this ride today, it mid-drive all the way. The elevation on the Blueridge Parkway goes from 600 feet in Virginia around the James River up to over 6,000 feet. And even with the mechanical advantage using on my mid-drive bike, I have to tell you, I was getting a little bit winded coming up some of these hills. What else is there about this Blueridge Parkway? Well, there's 25 tunnels on the Blueridge Parkway between Virginia and North Carolina. But enough about all of this. I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy reliving this again for just a little bit. the Overlook. I might have to pull over there. I want y'all to just take a look at that and tell me that I am not blessed. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful rides I have ever been on, period. But I will tell you this much, it uses up the battery because we are really climbing. Yeah, this is phenomenal. But it will win you some, I can tell you that. Bluffs overlooking, just incredible.
Well, guys, I believe that's going to wrap it up for this one right here. And unfortunately, that's actually going to wrap it up for our October 23 road trip. We had 2 more rides on the schedule, but they're talking about some freezing rain coming in tomorrow, which was when those rides were scheduled for. On the plus side, they're not so far away from home that we can't go back there and make them rides on just a day trip. But I got to tell you, this one right here, if you ever get the chance to do something like that, do not pass it up. I mean, you know, to sit there and look at God's handiwork from this high up for so long is truly a blessing. So that's going to wrap it up. And hey, if you like this, hit the subscribe, hit the like. We would certainly appreciate that. And until the next one, Internet, this is Southern E-Biking telling you, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.